There's a lot of songs. Well, how should I introduce this song? This is a very, very old song, the song that I'm going to sing next. It's called The False Night Upon the Road. It comes from hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And really, what it's saying in the song is something that you were probably told yesterday or the day before yesterday or a year ago or something or other. It's your parents saying to you, don't talk to strangers. Well, I thought that was sort of like a recent phenomena, something that just happened in today's society, that everybody was a little bit afraid of strangers and there were strange characters wandering around. But no. Back in the good old days, 200 or 300 years ago, that was the same thing happening. And this is a story song of an encounter of a little boy on his way to school, and he has his books on his back, and he's got his peat in his hand, which is sort of the fuel that they used in Scotland to burn in the fireplace of the school to keep it warm during the winter. And each child was required to bring their peat with them to school. And anyways, he meets this stranger, the false knight upon the road, and a conversation takes place between the two of them. And the boy, for some reason, has to stand stock still while he's answering this stranger. I don't know why, but that's how the song goes. And maybe at the end of it, you could give me some idea about who this false knight is, because he's rather strange. Oh, where are you going? Said the false knight upon the road. I'm going to the school, said the wee boy, and still he stood. Oh, what's that on your back? Cried the false knight upon the road. A twillet is my book, said the wee boy, and still he stood. And what's that in your hand? Cried the false knight upon the road. A twillet is my peat, said the wee boy, and still he stood. Oh, whose sheep's on yonder hill? Cried the false knight upon the road. They're mine and my mother's, said the wee boy, and still he stood. How many of them are mine? Said the false knight upon the road. All those that have blue tails, said the wee boy, and still he stood. Oh, I wish you were in yon tree, said the false knight upon the road. And a good ladder under me, said the wee boy, and still he stood. And a late ladder for to break, said the false knight upon the road. And you two off or doon, said the wee boy, and still he stood. Oh, I wish you were in yon sea, cried the false knight upon the road. And a good boat under me, said the wee boy, and still he stood. Oh, I wish you were in yon well, cried the false knight upon the road. And you were back in hell, cried the wee boy, and still he stood. Who do you think that false knight was? Who? What do you think?
His father?
His father? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Anybody else have any ideas who that false knight might have been? Yeah?
Maybe he was the devil?
Maybe he was the devil. Yeah, because the boy wished him back in hell. And that apparently ended the song. I think maybe that was right. But his father, who else could it have been? The devil? His father? Any ideas? Nobody has any more ideas?
Oh, the landlord?
The landlord. How many sheep on yon hill? Yeah. Asking for his rent money. Right. Could be. I have no idea. Anybody have any idea why the boy had to stand stock still? That apparently worked, whatever it was he was doing or not doing. Was he scared, do you think? Yeah? Hello? You think he was scared, that's why he was standing stock still. He didn't sound very scared to me for some reason or other. But anyways, I don't know. There's a mystery about the song. There's a lot of old songs that have mysteries about them.